أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم اللهم كل وليك الحجة ابن الحسن صلواتك عليه وعلى آبائه في هذه الساعة وفي كل ساعة وليا وحافظا وقائدا وناصرا ودليلا وعينا حتى تسكنه أرضك طوعا وتمتعه فيها طويلا. اللهم اجعلنا من أعوانه وأنصاره. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وعجل فرجهم. So we were in the last part of the Kitab of Mikyal, talking about part 8 or chapter 8, the duties of people towards the Imam alayhi salam. So this is the overall view of this section. I don't want to repeat what we discussed, but we covered the knowledge and etiquette, ma'rifah, and knowledge, cognizance for the Imam alayhi salam. So today, I hope we can finish the rest. Wish me luck. But we start with the service and support. This is a very today, last week and today, today's topics are very, as we talked about it, very tangible, very relevant, actionable. So I hope we can have something more actionable from it. Service and support, nusra. I mean, friends, with the Arabic and English is better than you can help. Nusra is different from musa'ada, like helping. Help is like, help me lift this table. Sa'ada, we can say. But nusra is beyond that. So, I mean, seriously, help to come up with a good word in English. This is our struggle for a long time, because there's a book that has been translated or is being translated in English. But again, the title is related to Nusra. We still couldn't find, like, strive, support, help, service, mix them all together, give me one word. I may ask ChatGPT to do so. Actually, I did, and they gave me a good list. But anyway, so keep that in mind. So we are talking that concept is broader than helping. So Quran, we start with Quran always, and everything rooted in Quran, which is an interesting concept. In a couple of places in Quran, we have this concept. But again, to be short, just we mention some, and then we draw the point and move and connect it to Imam Mahdi alayhi salam. يا أيها الذين آمنوا انصروا الله sorry إن تنصروا الله ينصركم ويثبت أقدامكم. That's the first verse that you see the English. O believers, if you translate as help, so I don't want to keep repeating that, is nusra. If you support Allah, He will support you. إن تنصروا الله ينصركم وَيُثَبِّتْ أَقْدَامَكُمْ. He makes your feet steady. Basically, you will not be shaky. Of course, it's not a physical steady. Rather, be steady in your faith, in your life, everything. So, you remember that hadith from Amir al-Mu'minin that people are three groups. عالم رباني ومتعلم على سبيل النجاة وحمج رعى. Like the third group, they are shaky, right? To not be among those, to be saved from being among those people, one of the things, to support Allah. Immediate question is, Allah doesn't need help. Like, He's supposed to be the most powerful, all-power, blah, blah, blah. So who am I to help Him? In the 2 or 3 ayat of Quran talking about Jesus alayhi salam, talking to His disciples, we see an interesting term. إذ قال عيسى ابن مريم لحواريون من أنصاري إلى الله قال الحواريون نحن أنصار الله. So Isa alayhi salam said to Hawariyun, who will support me? Who will support me? Hawariyun responded, who will support Allah. So that tells us this is in the same line. Helping, supporting religion of God, prophet of God, appointed Imam by God. It is that nusrah of God, promote the cause of God, right? Hawariyun said, Nahnu Ansarullah. We are the helpers of God. What is a famous saying that you all know from Imam Hussein alayhi salam, which is very heartbreaking and shows his the utmost level of loneliness in the plains of Karbala. Towards the end of that tragedy, or not towards the end of the tragedy, but towards the end of that day of his life, Imam Hussein alayhi salam, when he didn't have any supporter, he looked right and left and said that loud, which is repeating and echoing throughout the history, that هل من ناصر ينصرن هل من ذاب يذب عن حرم رسول الله. Is there any support? هل what is that? من مؤمن يخاف الله فينا. Is there anyone for the sake of God, fears God for us, like sees our situation, that me, the grandson of Rasulullah, helpless, like, I mean, I don't want to go to Masai, but that helplessness of Imam Hussein on the plains of Karbala is one of the most tragic scenes. That when I was thinking like this Muharram, and past couple of Muharrams about this a lot, I contemplated a lot on that. None of the Imams, actually beside Imam Mahdi, were in that situation at the end of the day. Like even Amir al-Mu'mineen, there were Salman and Abu Dhar ready. But Imam told them, behold, Imam Hussein alayhi salam had no one. Anyway, so keep that in mind. That concept, the root in Quran, how Hawariyun told Isa, you asked for help, we are helpers of God. So that means by helping you, we are helping God, and we are responding to that message. Or we are acting upon this first ayah that okay. Now, another, that's number one. Another concept in paradise and in hellfire, everything is not the same. Not necessarily everyone in paradise will be in the same level and position. That itself is an interesting topic of discussion. There are a lot to talk about it. Who will be in what level, right? Imagine a big mansion. It has a stable. It has a penthouse level. It has a special master bedroom with big walk-in closet the size of this hall, and everything. If you enter that mansion, you are technically in that mansion. It's better than to be in the middle of nowhere. But you either can be stable, but be in other places. You're still there. Paradise is like that. I mean, I'm using an analogy. And by the way, feel free to help yourself. So, we have this ahadith. Is that again big concept? I just touch upon and move on. Someone who doesn't care much, commits sins, blah blah blah, may end up in paradise. But Imam says, "La yasakinun manazil al-abrar." They will enter paradise, but they will not reach the levels of awliyaullah. Might be in little place. I mean, that little still is huge, but keep that in mind. Now, knowing that, the question is, how can I reach? We should be greedy in that regard. We should not say, oh, it's good to be in the stable of paradise, take care of the horses of awliyaullah. I'm just paraphrasing. I mean, it's good. It's better than to be in hellfire, but we should not stop there and say, okay, that suffices me, right? Think about it. Do you want to hang out with non-believers who Allah ended up helping them, getting them to paradise? Go sit somewhere, hang out with them, or you rather be next door of Amir al-Mu'mineen and Lady Fatima and Prophet and Imam Hussein and all? You your door, you go out, and Salman Farsi is there, Salman Muhammadi, as we talked last week, right? So you live with them for eternity. This is a very interesting concept. Again, we see when in Dua Nudba, and which is quoting the Ahadith, Prophet said, وَشِيعَتُكَ عَلَى مَنَابِرَ مِن نُورٍ مُبْيَضَّةً وُجُوهُهُمْ حَوْلِي فِي الْجَنَّةِ وَهُمْ جِيرَانِي. O Ali, your Shia, not by name, your followers, they will be my neighbors in paradise, sitting on the manabir of light. So anyway, back to the discussion. How can we be in that highest level? That's a fair question that gives us some roadmaps, right? There is a beautiful hadith from Imam Sajjad alayhi salam, which we are in the time of his martyrdom, narrated by Abu Hamza Thomali, goes back to Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Pay attention to this. This is very interesting hadith. Prophet said, let's recite the loud salawat by his name. Allah salli ala Muhammad. In the paradise, there are 3 levels, right? 3 grades. As well as, I mean, the same in hellfire. In hellfire also, there are 3 levels. Okay. So the highest level of paradise is for people that they possess these 3 things. أحبنا بقلبه ونصرنا بلسانه ويده. I mean, technically 3 to 1. Who loves us by his heart, but they don't stop there. They support us by their tongue ويده, and hand. This is, again, these are actionable. The level 2, one level lower, is for those that they أحبنا بقلبه ونصرنا بلسانه. Quick question, like, what does that mean in your understanding and thought? Supporting Ahlul Bayt by your tongue. Yes, great. So we'll go to some more details, but أحبنا بقلبه, because love is in heart. I can love Ahlul Bayt and do nothing. Not talking, not doing any physical thing to support and promote the cause of Ahlul Bayt. So that would be the 3rd. وفي الدرجة الثالثة من أحبنا بقلبه. Who has the love of Ahlul Bayt will end up in paradise. No doubt. End up. There may be some turbulences before, but at the end, they will. But that level will not be someone like, I don't know, Salman al-Muhammadi, let's refer to him, that he spoke out about Amir al-Mu'mineen, defended him, and didn't just stop. He was there for him to support physically by hand, right? And hand, as we talked about it doesn't mean necessarily hand. Like if someone doesn't have hand, doesn't mean that he cannot do this. It means by power in action, right? In action, I think is a good translation. Okay, so let's not talk about the levels of hellfire. We can move on, and we get back to that. So the question is, how can we be acting upon this? نحبهم بقلبنا. So we love them by our heart. We basically by our tongue. So not be silent. Again, as Brother Radha mentioned, we speak about their merits. We defend the cause. We promote that, not however we can. Okay, the point is, in this section, the point is however you can, whatever you can do. You know, there is a story which is actually interesting for those that are into writing and all. which some of our friends did it actually, a radio show, very interesting, but it's in Farsi. It has roots in a hadith. It's not a made-up story. I think this has a potential to do it in English in a good way, both for adults and kids. Let me tell you the story in very, quickly. When they listen to this story, when Namrud tried to throw Prophet Abraham into fire, okay, there was a bird that was going to grab some water and bring to drop it on the fire. And when they were asked, because they saw this is happening, well, this drop of water you're putting on the fire that they cannot get close, so they have to use this thing that Shaitan created. You know that, the inventor of manjaniq. بالإنجليزية should go. Yes. I was about to say caterpillar. I knew it was not that. So Shaitan inspired them that, okay, we made a fire, we cannot get close to that. So what the heck we should do? So anyway, let me not get distracted. So the bird was like, this is what I can do. I cannot sit and watch they are burning Ibrahim. Can I kill the fire? No. But can I place a drop of water on that? So the whole point is, wherever we are, do not underestimate our capacity and plans. I am in the middle of nowhere. We picked on North Dakota, right, last week. So let's stick to that. I'm sitting in Dakota, North Dakota. There is no Shia center. There is no one. There is no even Muslim that I can talk to. Can I do something to support my Imam? How can I be creative to do so? Yes, there are always things we can do. You can start, I don't know, print something, send to addresses that you know. You can look up name. The whole point is thrive for that support. If we want to be ma'ahum, be with them, and to have, as I will mention, to have a meaningful life. So we will mention some points here, some items, again, derived from the Kitab al-Mikyal, and then we move forward. So first of all, we should have that serious determination, intention, right? That I care, I want to do that, right? Oh, thank you so much. I can, I'll do it. I'll take coffee and then later, right? I should care. That should be one of my problems in my brain that I should think about. How can I support the Imam alayhi salam? Imam Hussein alayhi salam message, as I said, is echoing in the history. Isa alayhi salam, and before that, Quran, Prophet, Allah says, if you do that, Allah will support you. Who doesn't need support from God? Raise your hand. Okay, I don't need his support. I don't need his help. I don't need his affirmation. You need that more and more, and tansurullah yansurkum. Allah will support you. So, first, to have that intention, the serious determination, put that in our to-do list that I should care, I should do that. How can I do that? So, next is reminder for ourselves from the hadith from Imam Sadiq alayhi salam, which is very big. And I saw that the author of Mikyal elaborated more. So in the next slide, we have some quotes, and I want to ask someone to read to do that. So, and next, after determination, now action, doing that. Someone came to Imam Sadiq alayhi salam asking a question about Imam Mahdi. Said, has Mahdi alayhi salam born yet? Has he born? He said, Imam could have said no, he will. He said no, but if I reach his time, I will serve him my entire life. Who is saying that? Imam Sadiq, Imam Ja'far al-Sadiq, salawatullah alayhi, which we are Ja'fari, we are proudly followers of Imam Sadiq alayhi salam. He says, if I happen to be in the time of that person, Imam Mahdi alayhi salam, I will serve him my entire life. In parentheses, for those that want to learn more or study more, we have a hadith that implies, and these and other ahadith confirm that after the first 5 infallibles, Panjtan, Imam Mahdi alayhi salam is afdal of A'immah. He's the greatest level of Ahlul Bayt alayhi salam. And we can see that Imam Sadiq alayhi salam is not doing mujamala, ta'aruf, or like saying something that, oh yeah. No, it means. And in other ahadith, we see Bi'abi anta wa ummi. Bi'abi sahib hadha al-am. My father be ransom for him. So, and again, it shows me how off I am at the end of the day. That now I'm living in the time of Imam Mahdi alayhi salam, and I have all distractions in my life, but that Imam Sadiq wish that he was in his life, right? He was in the time of Imam Mahdi alayhi salam. So, so let's go to the next slide. Then I come back. I want to mention something, or maybe not. Let me just talk to it. As I said, it will give our life the purpose, the objective. That every day that I wake up, or in my, year resolution, what are the new things that I can do? What are the new commitments that I can have to serve and support the cause of Ahlul Bayt alayhi salam? And remember, one thing is, this is just partake, just that the del. Don't be afraid of the shortness of the number. That we are, oh, look, we are 10 people here. Not to be arrogant, but this level is not for everyone. Having that flame, having that thrive, like in the heart, in intention, determination, that, yeah, there are a lot I can do. I can go, I don't know, skydiving. I can go, all of these adventurous things that I can do in the world. That can be one of my to-do lists in life, which we all know. We know all it's fun. But the companions of Imam Hussein alayhi salam, they reached that level by sacrificing. So sacrificing is a great deal here. And my point is, as a reminder, because sometimes Shaitan says, well, you have a lot, blah, blah, blah. Yes, but this level is the highest level. If you don't want to reach that, that's fine. It's okay. But remember, don't be afraid that, oh, you see, no one cares. No one has that flame. My point is, don't be surprised. That should be the case. Who are the top? They say top 5. So top 5 among billions means top 5. So that's a very, very, very low in number. So لا تستوحشوا في طريق الهدى لقلة أهله. Amir al-Mu'minin said, don't be, تستوحشوا, don't be strange, feel lonely in the path of guidance because of the low number. No. Anyway, so there is a beautiful story that Sheikh Abbas al-Qawmi narrates in Kitab Muntaha al-Amal. It's very interesting. Imam Sadiq's servant and a tempting offer, titled by me. So Imam Sadiq salawatullahi alayhi, sometimes he would walk to masjid. They were close, in the Medina. But sometimes he would ride, if that makes sense, to masjid, like with his ride, either a horse or donkey or camel or whatever. So he used to have a person, there was a person that his job was to taking care of that ride while Imam is in masjid and coming back. So once a group, it seems that they were a group. Of course, they would travel in a group, but a person from Khurasan, the Shias of Khurasan were famous because they were far and they had a lot of, love and affection towards the Imam, but it was not easy to come to Imams like whenever they could. Anyway, he came to Medina and he happened, I mean, he wanted to see Imam and he found out that the Imam is in Masjid. And that guy is standing, I mean, taking care of the horse, whatever it was, the Imam come back. He said, brother, I have an offer for you. So I will, not here, but back home in Khorasan, I have properties, I have real estate, I have a lot of horses, camels, farms. I will give them all to you. I want to make a deal. I have an offer. And then in return, what I want from you is you exchange your job with me. So I want to be in that position. My role be taking care of the Imam's horse while he's going to masjid and coming back. And in return, I will give you that. Right? So isn't the offer tempting? It's halal. It's perfect. And that guy was old. It seems that he aged. So he says, okay, sounds good, but let me just confirm with my Imam, because resignation, 2 weeks notice, you have to, I mean, you don't have to, corporate, no one cares, but out of respect, I want to communicate that with my boss. Wait a second here, I'll go inside masjid and come back. So, okay. He went inside. He was ashamed to bring that up. Sometimes when the boss is so good and nice, you feel bad. I experience that a lot. But in America, I don't care. I mean, I'm telling you, this is a business advice. A lot of friends ask me, oh, how should I submit my resignation? I said, don't worry, just send it. 1 month later, everyone forgets about it. But he went to the Imam, started like this. Oh, Imam, if a khair, if something good wanted to reach me, do you have any objection? I said, of course not. How can I? Like, why? What's up? He said, actually, there's a guy offering me this outside the masjid. The offer is so good. I have been working, blah, blah, blah. Now it's my retirement phase. I want to go in my retirement place, Khorasan, sit and chill. Do you have any objection? And I said, no. I mean, how can I have objection? Just go. Take the offer. I will not prevent you from that. I said, okay, thank you, Imam, for the office. While he was walking, Imam said, by the way, just 1 second, I tell you this because of the years of your service that I don't want to deprive you from this message that I want to give you. Otherwise, I wouldn't say. So because you have a position in my eye and we built a relation, I want to tell you this. Remember, whoever is with us in this world will be with us in hereafter. Go do the business. The guy woke up. Again, these are the stories of love. On paper, nothing was wrong, nothing was haram, nothing was even makruh. But he said, that's what I wanted. So he went back, he said, thanks for your offer. I turned down that offer. I pass on. So it reminded me, I don't know if you have seen these short video clips in Karbala, in Mawakib, there's a hidden camera thing. They go and offer a lot of money to that Sahib al-Mawkib, the guy in Arba'in Walk and all, that we literally, the money is here. It's not imaginary money. I give you this much with one condition. You close the Mawkib, go, whatever city you are, Najaf, Kufa, Nasiriyah, Basra, whatever. Just go back. The guy threw out the money. What are you talking about? It's not even selling, but the position that I have is not something that I can replace anything with that. So this is the level and this is the league that we are talking about. And again, no offense to anyone, but you can see this is not a place for everyone. There were people that Imam Hussein alayhi salam reached out to them, help me. They said, you know what? I have a lot of money. I have a lot of horses. I offer you that, but I stay out of politics. And Imam said, I wanted you, not your horse. Thank you. So that he was a good Shia, he was good practicing, but he was, I assume, way better than me, but he didn't take that offer. My point is, this is a special offer that Allah, the special position that Allah has for those. And again, it makes sense. We don't need hadith to support that. If you are living with your Imam, if you are living for your Imam, in the day of judgment, Allah will say, okay, go resurrect with that priest or with that celebrity or with that non-Muslim guy. No. So whoever you love, you'll resurrect with that. Anyway, I don't think I can cover, but I hope we can. So any volunteer to read? These are the quotes from book of Mikyal after Sahib Mikyal Rizwanullah alayhi brings up the hadith of Imam Sadiq that if I reach the time of Imam Mahdi, I will serve him my entire life. You want to read? Yes, Musa, thank you.
Pay attention to this statement. The saying of Imam is not something unusual or astounding, it is the reality. It indicates the superiority of Imam Mahdi. It shows that the sunnah of Imam Mahdi had not been the best form of worship and obedience. Imam Sadiq, whose each moment of his life was spent in worship, would not have expressed his desire to spend his valuable time in the service of the Imam.
Do you see the point that that's something that I didn't mention? So Sahib Mikyal argues, when Imam says, I want to do this, that means that's the best way of worship. Imam, I hate this word some people say, but anyway, Imam is smart. He does the best. So, okay, my best way to get close to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is to serve Imam Mahdi. I'll shut my mouth. Continue. Yes, please.
Among the points mentioned in the Imam's statement is that the followers of the Holy Imam are the best of followers and according importance and respect of the Imam of the time. And according importance and respect to the Imam of the time is the best of all, and his companions are the best of the companions. Just as the Ummah of the last Prophet is the best of all. It is so because the status of the followers depends on the status of one whom they follow. And since the position of the Imam of the time is known, we can estimate the status of his followers and those who believe in his wilayah. May the Almighty Allah include us among them.
Ameen Rabbal Alameen. Ameen Rabbal Alameen. All right, I mean, that's not enough, but that's enough for our session, so we can move on. Yes. So, who is the Ummah of Prophet? No. So, like, Ummah in tech means that people that they followed him, they wanted to be with him. So, for example, the first three, you call them Ummah of Prophet. I mean, again, from one perspective, yes, because they were in the time of Prophet. All the mankind, I mean, human beings now on earth, they are, from one aspect, Ummah of Prophet, meaning that they are supposed to go back to Prophet and follow him. But from another aspect, they are not, because a lot of people they have rejected, they don't follow, they don't know, so they don't consider himself among his Ummah, if that makes sense. So, I mean, we have this hadith, that's why he said that Nabiyukum khairul anbiya wa something in, I don't remember exact words, so I don't want to say something wrong. But yeah, kuntum khayra ummatin ukhrajat lin-nas. We have that in Quran. So this kuntum khayra ummatin ukhrajat lin-nas, you are the best nations came for mankind. So, but that kuntum doesn't necessarily refer to whoever says shahadatain. I think I should not draw a conclusion, but yeah. All right. So let's move on to other ways of doing the support and service. There are a lot. Again, go back and check the book itself. But one of the things that we should remember to do is giving alms, sadaqah, for Imam alayhi salam, which can be done in two ways. One is for his health and protection. Parents, they love their kids. Behind their back, like when they're in their absence, they do sadaqah, they do praying, And also the second way is on behalf of Imam alayhi salam. So do that. This is important. The amount doesn't matter. One of the things that is practical, when I heard this, I was very young. I remember I had it like jar, and then I had a lot of coins, and then a big bill, like 100 back then. So I would change and put it in one, and then every day a penny. But the continuity is important. So every day 1 penny on behalf of the Imam, 1 penny for his health and protection. But do it every day. Do not do it at the end of the year. I'll give alms $100. No, that is reminder. The action itself matters. So remember, sadaqah, there are a lot, again, in the book talked about. We don't have time, but you all have heard about a lot of the importance of giving sadaqah, but connecting the good deeds to Imam of our time gives objective and meaning to our lives. So I give charity, I give alms, but on behalf of my Imam and also for his health and protection. The next thing in that regard is, actually we go to the next topic, 3, love and affection. Remember this body of knowledge. So we go to the love and affection. Ziyarah. What is ziyarah of Imam Mahdi alayhi salam? Is it possible for us to do that? How? Huh? Go to Mafatih al-Jinan. No, concept-wise, huh? Yes. I mean, that's different than ziyarah, but yes, that's basically more of a sending him gifts, which we want to talk about it. So, the whole concept of ziyarah is, as you know, big thing in our religion, and there's a meaning into that. Again, it's all about connection to where we should be connected to, with different forms. So, especially about Imam Mahdi alayhi salam, one of the Shias, he asked I think second Na'ib of Imam alayhi salam, if I'm not mistaken, that or third. Anyway, how can I have a lot of shawq, I mean, what is it? Longing, whatever Faisal says, huh? Yearning to see the Imam. And he responded, وَبِالشَّوْقِ تَشْتَهِيهِ زِيَارَتَهِ. You have a lot of yearning to see the Imam. He said, yes. Wallahi, yes. So he said, okay, كُفَّ عَنْ هَذَا, huh? For now, we should be submitted to will of God, which is the ghaibah of Imam. But تقرب إليه بالزيارة. Do this, like make up for that by ziyarah. I think, I'm not judging anyone, or like offending anyone, but I think we underestimate the value of ziyarah of Imam Mahdi alayhi salam. I mean, don't raise your hand, but think about it. How many times a day, a week, a month do you do a ziyarah of Imam? I give you a discount. You say a salam to Imam, because salam is also part of the ziyarah, at least the beginning of it. Do I start my day by saying my salam and salutation to the Imam of my time? Do I end my day and night before I go to sleep to say my salam and salutation to Imam? So this is a beautiful story by someone named Sulaiman ibn Isa. His father named Isa. So he said, my father Isa said, actually we have it here. Anyone wants to read, please? Yes, please. Loud and clear, please.
Imam ibn Isa father said, I said to Abdullah, who can I visit you if I am not?
How?
Go up to your rooftop, pray 2 units, and turn towards me. For whoever visits me during my lifetime has indeed visited me in my death, and whoever visits me in my death has indeed visited me in my lifetime.
Before we talk about the hadith, thank you. It is mentioned in the book Kamilul Ziyarat, which you all know, and it's a very famous, very authentic book. Allama Majlisi Rizwanullah alayhi narrates this in his book, and he has a commentary on this, which is really interesting and shows the level of Allama Rizwanullah alayhi. Can you read that, please? Also, the English explanation means bayan by Allama Majlisi. So, first of all, it shows Shia of the time, they cared about this concept. They would come to Imam Sadiq and say, Sayyidana, Maulana, I am far from you. كيف أزورك إذا لم أقدر? How can I do the ziyarah, come to you, visit? Ziyarah technically means visit. Ziyarah means ziyarah. Zara, visit. How can I visit you, pay a visit, when I cannot do that? So that means it's important for me. It means it was not a random thing. It was a tradition. It was a precedence among Shias that they would do that. But they had this concern. I'm far. It's not easy. Sometimes you're not accessible, blah, blah, blah. How can I do that? Imam, alayhi salam, gives a direction. Do this. إذا لم تقدر على المجيء. If you cannot physically come to us, do this at your place, Friday, do wuzu or ghusl or whatever. Go on your rooftop and do this. And Imam continues, as you saw. This is important. Whoever does that in my hayat, my lifetime, is as if he did it after my death. And Allama Majlisi Rizwanullah draws a very interesting point, that this hadith itself shows this deed and tradition is permissible, is not made up thing that some Shias very eager narrate that he came up with this idea that let's do this. No, it has a meaning. So in parentheses, I said narrated, but I should say this also. If we see a tradition, like for example, Imam Barga, which we don't like, don't judge, like draw a conclusion. What the heck is this? Oh, that was something that Imam said, if you are in your hometown, do something. Now I make this little place that reminds me of Imam of my time. Yes, I'm not worshiping that, but this is a place that a reminder for me. So do this, do that amal. And we have in the hadith that I said earlier, ziyarat Ali Yasin. We have long, short ziyarat of Friday. Do this. Again, these are all, and I would say, do that with attention. This is a personal thing, but let me share because that was bothering me. Last time I was in Najaf, I was meeting a young scholar, and he said, okay, let's go do ziyarah and then go whatever we want to do. And believe me, he entered the haram, and the way that he said ziyarat Aminullah was like, you see, Telegram has this option 1.5, 2.0. السلام عليكم من الله بخير وجهة الله وبركاته السلام عليكم اللهم إن قلوب المخبتين إليك مش. I stop. It's okay. You read it. We go. Let me just look at the shrine of Amir and enjoy the vibe. Oh, I want to do ziyarah. I'm not saying make it 2 hours, but please know what you're saying or pay attention to a word. Assalamu alayka ya amin Allah fi ardi. Hujjatahu ala abad. You are the trusted entity of God on earth. Oh, pick up a short, or Hanu, sister, brother, whatever. Pick a short ziyarah that you understand and you enjoy, you communicate. The point is not, checking the box and move on. Just rather to do that connection, right? Sorry, I had to say that because I never told anyone, but that was on my nerve. Read the whole thing, but not paying attention. Anyway, yes, you had a question?
Also, comment about what you just said first. If you don't. Maybe it's because that individual, it's like unfortunate to say, but I'm guessing if he's a resident of Najaf, he does that all the time. So it became like a ritual. He just wants to get it over with. And then
that's the problem to me.
Yeah.
I'm not judging that person. You don't know him, but now I can talk freely. But
compared to us, where we get to visit maybe once a year, or once every 2 years, 3 years, like that mentality is. So that I'm just saying.
Okay, if you don't mind and you don't take it personal. Okay, so we are friends. How many times you have the suffer of seeing me every week, and me the same, the blessing that I see you. So I said, what the heck? What's wrong with you? Don't you say that? I think that doesn't justify. However, let me tell, I know of people, I said it, they were resident of Mashhad, for example. Oh my God. It will distract us, but it shows how, again, off I am. It was the father of one of our scholars that he was also a scholar. He said, my father, I'm not saying we do that, but at least we know how off we are. He said, whenever he wanted to enter the shrine of Imam Rida, first, he do the Ithna Dukhul. Second, he do the whole ziyarah of Imam al-Ras and Muqabil, and the salat with ziyarat that has Surah Yasin and Ar-Rahman in that. But imagine he do his amal, he wanted to go do the tajdid wudu, go out, for example, go to the bathroom and come back. He wouldn't come back like regular. You go through the same process. And it's about, again, I'm not saying do that, but I'm just saying what is differences in love or in seeing. I think I mentioned the story of me and that French convert. Here I mentioned it. Huh? No. Someone else. My first convert friend that I saw in Iran. I'll mention that. But that person says, oh, I go make wuzu, come back. Imam Rida alayhi salam, I'm in his presence. I don't just, sorry for my word, but like an animal, send my heads down and come and go my business and do things of, hey, Muhammad, come, let's go, we are leaving. Oh, you are in the shrine of Imam. This is the presence of the Imam. Not everyone has that ma'rifah, I get that, but I'm just saying. So that person, I remind that because that was a big lesson for me. I was, I think, maybe 18, 19. So in the shrine of Imam Rida, I saw a white blonde man, which obviously didn't belong to that place, right? In my opinion. So I said, oh, let me see what's going on. So I went, salam, hello, whatever. I tried. He didn't respond anything. We were in like close to the Lariha of Imam Reza. Just when I insisted a lot and he saw this dumb guy, just don't leave me alone. He was like, one word, birun, which means outside. Okay. So I followed him, chased him, and then once he finished, we went outside. He said, Salam alaikum. And he said, I don't talk to anyone when I'm close to Imam Reza alayhi salam. I was like, I wanted to guide that convert to Islam and teach him. I said, you don't have this much of ma'rifah that in front of your Imam, you are in his presence. You don't text, you don't chat, you don't make joke or this. he wouldn't even, I mean, he just said salam and then he didn't respond anything else. Just said one word, birun, like outside. I don't talk. I'm here. I have a purpose here. Anyway, so I know I'm just shooting myself in the knees and head and foot and all. So go ahead.
So it's interesting to me that in this narration, like the actual like ziyarah that we read or it's written is not mentioned. Like he didn't say read this X, Y, and Z. Salam alaikum.
Good point. Probably the point is وتوجه. You see, that's the point. وتوجه نحوي. توجه نحوي. Like pay your attention to me. That's the ziyarah itself. That's what I said. The wording, sometimes even someone, a scholar, I should read. Okay, reading is important. But when your heart is in your mortgage and your even your study and your this, you are not with me. You're sitting in this class, for example, but you are texting someone or you are thinking about something else. I mean, we can tell. So I say, you are with me now, but someone else may not be with me, right? You know what I'm saying? So that's why it said tawajjah nahwi. Tawajjah nahwi means like face towards me, pay your attention to me. So that's the first and foremost important thing that matters. And yes, probably maybe I don't know, maybe Imam didn't say, or it was not narrated, or it doesn't matter, you know, because the words can be. Don't we have that for ziyarat of Imam Hussein? Imam Sadiq alayhi salam, I think it's in Kamil al-Ziyarat, told someone, do you do ziyarat of Imam Hussein every day? He said, how can I? I mean, for example, I'm in Kufa, I cannot go every day. I said, no. You just go outside under the sky, say Sallallahu alayhi wa Abu Abdullah, or Assalamu alaykum ya Abu Abdullah, Assalamu alaykum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. You did the ziyarah of Imam Hussein. So my point is, first, let's wrap up, go to the next topic. First, we should at least be bothered that we don't do this, number one. Second, start something small. I wake up, I say Assalamu alaykum ya sahib az-zaman. I'm starting my day. I'm going to sleep. Sallallahu alayhi ya sahib az-zaman. Go to sleep. This is a good tradition that we have. We see in masajid. After namaz, they say salam to Ahlul Bayt. I am this, declaration, disclaimer, whatever. I'm lazy. I just do to Imam Zaman alayhi salam. I try after each namaz. I finish my namaz. I know this namaz is because of you. I have this honor. So sallallahu alayhi ya sahib az-zaman. If I have more time, Fridays, I do something more special. My point is, this is like spectrum. Pick somewhere, be where you are, try to improve. That's all. Yes. Exactly. That. Yes. Yes. So next topic, which I just mentioned and move on, which is different from the ziyarah, is salawat on Imam alayhi salam. Don't we say Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad? Recite the salawat. Allahumma salli ala. So we have special like ma'thur salawat for Imam alayhi salam as well. Just go look, look up, it's in Mafatih and other places, which is only salawat for the Imam. We have for other Imams as well. That's one of the traditions of ziyarah. When you go to Imam Reza, there's a famous salawat. Allahumma salli ala Ali ibn Musa al-Rida al-Murtada al-Imam al-Taqi al-Naghi. So this is another topic. So let's move on to the next one, which is kind of changing the mood, but it's good. It needs a volunteer to read as well, maybe from ladies. Okay, so the topic is, again, I mean, being sad for him. I don't know, I didn't know how to translate or write it, but I think that gives the message. But let's read. This is a hadith from Kamaluddin, from Imam Rida alayhi salam, which the Arabic is so bahbah. But I put the English, and then we can talk about it. So, Yusrahar, you want to read, please?
and will practice. Then he said, and my parents who sacrificed for the namesake of my grandfather, and my little one and the birth of Mikyal, the son of Imam. He is dressed in a garment of light, shining in praise of illumination of safety. How abundant worthy men of faith and how abundant sorrowful men of belief will be perplexed and radiant at the loss of that crystal skin. And if I see them in their utmost despair, there is an called by call that is heard from far away and is heard from near, called to the blessing of the faithful and trustful unbelievers.
I mean, the translation I think was good. So there were a lot of new words, right? For me, at least. And the word of Imam Rida, as I said, was very eloquent. لا بد من فتنة صماء صيلم يسقط فيها كل بطانة ووليجة. And Imam continues, بأبي وأمي سمي جدي وشبيه موسى بن عمران. I don't know why Imam picked on Musa alayhi salam, Prophet Musa. That is something that is interesting to do some research on, to show the special character of Imam Zaman. Imam alayhi salam says he is similar and alike to Prophet Musa. Anyway, so Imam says كأني بهم آيس ما كانوا قد نودوا نداء. So having that ache and pain and sadness in heart is important. Again, that itself is a big topic we should talk about. It doesn't mean we should be annoying, boring individual living in the community. No, but al-mu'minu bushruhu fi wajhih wa huznuhu fi qalbih. Mu'min, their bush is what? Their happiness, I don't know, is in their face and their sadness is in their heart. I may sit somewhere, joke and have fun and laugh a lot, but I should keep that pause in my heart that at the end of the day, we are in the situation that Imam alayhi salam explained in this, what Sister Yusra read, that it's not the best of the time for mankind, for heavens, for the angels, for the prophets, for God and all. I mean, you know, I'm just saying, for the God's cause. So there is a hadith that there is a hadith that says there is no Eid, meaning Eid al-Fitr and Adha and Ghadir, unless our huzn is revived. That's why one of the du'as for the these three Eids and Jum'ah Friday is what? Dua Nudba, which means dua of weeping, basically. Why? Imam says because these ayat supposed to be the manifestation of government. Like these are the ayat that you have Salat al-Eid, Salat al-Jumu'ah, and that's why some of jurists, actually majority of them, they say it's not wajib during the occultation of Imam, because this is the role of Imam. Even some, they said this is haram. Anyway, so they say it's Eid, but who is leading the Salat al-Eid? Ma'mun. Who is leading? The second, the first. So whenever it happens, it revives the hose, the calamity, the challenge, the problem that. So that again, in Eid, we are happy. We dress nice, blah, blah, blah. But in the morning, we do dua nutbah to remember. This is important because we will get used to it. That's what happens. وَلَا تُنْسِنَا ذِكْرَهُ is actually one of the points. Oh Allah, do not make us forgetful about His remembrance. So these are all the things that help us not to forget. So let's move on. Again, of course, there are a lot to discuss, unless there is any question or comments. So expressing love, which is another topic, another thing. Sorry. We move to the next one, sending gifts, right? We are doing good progress. Our plan was to at least be 11:45. So I have like 12 minutes. So I try to wrap it up by then. So next topic is by itself sending gifts. What does that mean? Again, when someone you love, what do? You give them perfume, you buy them gifts, you do something. It doesn't need to have an occasion, right? Oh, I love you, I give you my thumb drive, for example. That's what Faisal did. Or I didn't want that, or I didn't use that. No, I'm joking. So that's showing love. That's again reminder. So what can I do? What are the gifts that I can give to my imam? So some I mentioned here. Again, these are summary from the book. I go to Umrah, I do a tawaf on behalf of my imam. So one of the companions of Imam Jawad alayhi salam came to Imam and said, Imam, I was doing Umrah, I was staying in Mecca for 10 days or 9 days. This is what I did. Every day, first day, I did a tawaf. Tawaf means like 7 times and the prayer. Our memories always are right in Mecca. And then I gave it as a gift to Prophet. Second day, I did another tawaf and I did it to Amir al-Mu'minin. Lady Fatima, all of the way to, I did one tawaf and I gave it to you. I ask Allah to give this tawaf to you as a reward. What do you think of this? This is a good thing, or that was, I was dumb doing it? What do you think? Imam encouraged him a lot, like this is a great thing, like what could be better? So this is such a great gift. I mean, physical and worldly things are a gift as well. I'm not rejecting that. But so this is a quote from Ayatollah Wahid, Hafadahullah. I think he's almost now 100 years. Every day, do give the thawab of heart of Quran to the heart of universe, which is Surah Yasin. Read, if you want to do Quran, recitation of Quran, Surah Yasin, which is the heart of Quran, give it the thawab to Imam. Performing ziyarah, you go, anyone who is planning to go to ziyarah of Karbala in upcoming days or weeks, or you go anywhere, you want to do ziyarah of Imam Hussein, first do the intention, I do this on behalf of Imam Mahdi alayhi salam. I can do that. I mean, from the fiqh perspective, we have this concept of niyabah, which again, we don't have time to talk about the whole concept in details. That don't we say iltamas dua? That's one thing. But once I say, okay, do ziyarah on my behalf. So niyabah itself is a concept. So that will change the way that we do this ziyarah on behalf of the Imam alayhi salam. Spending money. For some people, spending the blood is easier than spending money, right? I will die, but I will not give $100. Yes, there is a majlis. I cannot do something, but at least I can send something, right? I can send money. We have a friend is in California. I mean, Shaban time, he says, Salam, you have program? Yes. Okay, thank you. I see a $2,000 came for activities program. It's not about us. I'm just saying in general, wherever spending money itself, it's a concept, Saleh Imam. If you look up that concept, is basically spending money. Again, these are all ways of showing affection and love and all. Any question, any comments before we go to the last topic, which, am I going too fast or is it good overall? Okay. So last, not least in our list is awaiting him, like intidhar itself. So we have a lot again about the concept intidhar itself, like awaiting this, the cause of God or the coming of Imam alayhi salam is by itself is rewarded a lot. We have afdal from the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa alayhi, afdalu a'mal ummati intidharu farajan min Allah. One of the highest deed of my ummah is to have the intidhar. Any thought, like, I don't want to be, I'm talking too much, right? What does that mean? Like, why do you think awaiting is a worship? I'm not doing anything. Let me actually Bosha Khanum goes first. Be louder, please. Okay, great. Ali, thank you. Okay, great. Areza.
Oh, may I interject? The
Sorry?
guys and gals are not loud enough. You
Can you be
can't hear
louder?
them.
Taha?
We can't hear the guys and gals, like they're not loud enough.
Oh, you can hear them. Okay. You're right. Sorry? Okay, they cannot hear you either. So we are good. Fair. So we can move on. So one of the sisters said it shows that it shows to God that we care, we are patient, we have faith, and yeah, I mean, if I paraphrase it correctly. And Brother Ali said, what did you say? It's like jihad, right? Can you elaborate more? That's it. Like, I think what he meant is referring to maybe a hadith that is as if they are fighting with him, alongside of him, having that awaiting in the heart. Sorry, let me, Brother Reza, finish, then Musa. Go ahead.
A lot of effort for in anticipation of this great event. And so that's another way.
Yeah. So Brother Reza mentioned about or used the analogy of inviting a guest. So that means you will prepare your house, you clean, you be ready, cook good food and all. So I would paraphrase or maybe elaborate. Basically, awaiting is not just the feeling. It is, and it is important, right? But it will lead to action. Like if you invite me to your house and I come and I say, see, for example, everywhere is messy, and then you even forgot, oh, you were coming today, and oh, what would I say? Where was those all of I love you, and now nothing happened, right? So it leads to an action. Let me read a comment from another sister online. Maybe it's, and then we go Prophet Musa, Brother Musa. Maybe it's this waiting confirms that you have faith in something, you believe the promise is true. I.e., the act of waiting is a confirmation of belief. Exactly. Okay, Musa.
Waiting and sitting around, believing that Imam will come up more. You pray for his coming. So your worship and your prayer shows that you're trying to hasten his appearance, not just waiting, twiddling your thumbs and toes.
Yes, great point. Thank you. So, again, Quran says, "Entadharu inni ma'akum min al-muntadhirin." Await, I am among the awaiting ones with you. So read the hadith under that ayah, explaining that. So these are interesting concepts. We move on. The precedence, I think I have very short time, of this in the among prophets, imams, and companions. This is a big topic which is interesting. You see a lot of time. We mentioned some of these in the past. The imams that we are awaiting that time. Again, we have that flame. To me, it's all about that flame. I cannot sit still. You know, that's what awaiting means, right? So there are many examples of the Imams alayhim salam that, or others, that if you have that flame, if you have that feeling, it is as if you are with the Imam alayhi salam. So you are living that life. So again, I'm trying to see, like, when I say this, a lot of companions would come and express that feeling to the Imams. Like one guy came and said to Imam Rida alayhi salam, my father passed away in awaiting of this matter, meaning you're coming as a Imam Ahlul Bayt. That would be your time. He passed away, and you see I'm too old, and so you're not giving me any glad tidings about this. Like, they were concerned, and they had that flame. Abu Basir, the same. We have a lot that they would come even and express that, Imam, we are old, we are getting old, we are about to die, and we had that flame and waiting in our heart. What would you say? Imam said, someone who has that waiting in their heart, don't worry about that. It doesn't harm you if you die. It is as if you are with the Imam. You will revive, you will come back. A lot of things in those regards. So, okay. So what can we do in preparation? As Brother Reza mentioned, cleansing our souls. As they said, Reza said that we will, when we have it, we are waiting for a friend or guest, we'll do that. So, is my heart ready? Is my eyes worthy of looking at the face of Imam Mahdi alayhi salam? So this is a beautiful hadith that Imam alayhi salam says, whoever wants to be among the companions of Imam Mahdi alayhi salam with all those virtues that we talked about, فَلْيَنْتَظِرْ, be awaiting, وَلْيَعْمَلْ بِالْوَرَعْ وَمَحَاسِنِ الْأَخْلَاقِ, act upon the etiquettes of akhlaq and ethics, and have the wara' and be God-wary. And if he does that, وَهُوَ مُنْتَظِرْ فَإِنْ مَاتَ وَقَامَ الْمَهْدِ عَلَيْهِ السَّلَامِ كَانَ لَهُ مِنَ الْأَجْرِ مِثْلُ أَجْرِ مَنْ أَدْرَكَهُ. If someone is showing, sometimes I say that as a joke, but this is a sad, serious joke. Like, seriously, if Imam comes, how many of us will truly, I mean, General Shia, okay, I should stop what I'm doing and I'm ready. Like, I was ready for this. Are we? So, and be ready is not just having a horse at my house and be ready to go jump on it and go. No. فَلْيَنْتَظِرْ وَلْيَعْمَلْ بِالْوَرَعْ وَمَحَاسِنِ الْأَخْلَاقِ, act upon those things that he wants, cleanse our souls. If that happens, if you die, if I die, and Imam Mahdi alayhi salam comes, nothing will harm us. It is as if we were with him. And then Imam says, I love that phrase a lot, فَجِدُّوا وَانْتَظِرُوا هَنِيئًا لَكُمْ أَيَّتُهَا الْعِصَابَةُ الْمَرْحُومَةُ. Translate, Faisal. فَجِدُّوا.
So, persevere.
Okay, I want to say be serious, but yours is definitely more bahba. Persevere, be patient, or await.
Glad tidings for you, or congratulations to you,
The blessed group. So Imam says, you are the blessed group. So I give you glad tidings if you act upon. So you're not losing anything, basically, if you're in the time of occultation. So 5.2, renewing our pact. So we have this, dua, others that, again, reminding that I'm renewing my pact, my pledge of allegiance with Imam. Every day we have this dua after Salat al-Subh, Salat al-Fajr. But, I mean, it's the concept, knowing that is important. And again, we can talk about it. Seeking help from him is another important topic. Let me see. Yeah, I think it's better I pause here because I don't want to ruin topic. But it was good. One slide left, so we can cover that, start with that next week. And then, inshallah, next week will be our last week of these sessions and series. Any comment, any question? What time is it? Oh, 11:50. Sorry. Nothing? Okay. So let's recite dua, and inshallah, we will close our session and continue next week and adjourn the whole thing. استغفر الله ربي وأتوب إليه استغفر الله الذي لا إله إلا هو الحي القيوم ذو الجلال والإكرام وأتوب إليه اللهم كل وليك الحجة ابن الحسن صلواتك عليه وعلى آبائه في هذه الساعة وفي كل ساعة وليا وحافظا وقائدا وناصرا ودليلا وعينا حتى تسكنه أرضك طوعا وتمتعه فيها طويلا اللهم اجعلنا من أعوانه وأنصاره اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد